If you're considering a move to Corpus Christi, Texas, you probably have a lot of questions about the neighborhoods, the cost of living, even the weather here. Well, you're not alone. I get tons of questions from people looking to relocate here. So in this video, I'm answering the most common questions that I get to help you figure out if Corpus Christi is the right fit for you. Hey everyone, I'm Lezli Milner, a real estate agent here in Corpus, and if I don't cover something that you're curious about, be sure to drop a comment below and I'll do my best to answer it for you. And if you are getting serious about making the move here, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You'll find my contact information in the description below and I would love to help you out. Now let's get into it. One of the most common questions that I receive is, what will my property taxes look like? Well, in Texas, we don't have state income tax, which often results in higher property taxes compared to other states. But homeowners, they do have the advantage of protesting their property taxes annually, potentially preventing significant increases over time. And a valuable benefit to be aware of is the homestead exemption, because as of January 2025, Texas has increased the homestead exemption from $40,000 to $100,000. This means that for school district taxes, the taxable value of your primary residence is reduced by $100,000, leading to substantial savings on your property tax bill. Additionally, homeowners aged 65 or older, or even those with disabilities, will qualify for an extra $10,000 in exemption for school district taxes, furthering lowering those tax obligations. Now, to benefit from homestead exemption, you must apply through your local county appraisal district, and this application process is pretty straightforward, and once you're approved, the exemption remains in place without need for annual reapplication. So if you're considering purchasing a home, it's essential to review the current property taxes for that property and determine your eligibility for exemptions like the homestead exemption, which can significantly reduce your tax burden. Now, each situation is unique. So if you'd like a more personalized understanding based on the area or the type of home you're interested in, feel free to reach out and schedule a 30-minute call with me, and I'd be happy to discuss the details and answer any questions that you may have. Now, the next question that I get asked is, what type of insurance coverage do I need? Do I need flood insurance, wind coverage, or do I just need regular old homeowners insurance? Well, there are many different types of insurance coverage available here for homeowners in Corpus, but not all are going to be required for every home here. The type of coverage you'll need depends on your home's location and whether or not if you're going to have a mortgage. A standard homeowner's policy typically covers fire, theft, and certain natural disasters, but in coastal areas like Corpus Christi, wind and hail damage may be excluded, meaning that you're going to need additional coverage. So windstorm insurance is a whole nother separate policy that protects against hurricane and strong wind damage. While it's not legally required in Texas, mortgage lenders will typically require it for homes near the coast. So if you can't get windstorm coverage through a private insurer, the Texas Windstorm Insurance Association offers policies for eligible properties. Now, when it comes to flood insurance, a standard homeowner's policy will not cover flood damage. Now, some areas here in Corpus are in designated flood zones, meaning flood insurance is required. But even if it's not, it is something to consider depending how close you are to the water. Now, policies are available through the National Flood Insurance Program and private insurers, but coverage requirements and costs vary depending on the location and the home type. So if you need help figuring out what you'll need, be sure to reach out to me because I work with several insurance agents here and I can connect you with someone who can answer all your questions and give you quotes about the areas you're interested in. Another common question that I hear is, how often do hurricanes hit Corpus Christi? Well, let's just say enough to keep us on our toes, but not as many as Florida. Now, hurricane season here runs from June through November, and I would say in the last decade, Corpus has only experienced two significant hurricanes. You had Hurricane Harvey back in 2017, which was a Category 4 storm that made landfall near Rockport, causing significant flooding and wind damage to the area. Then back in 2020, we had Hurricane Hannah, which was a Category 1 storm, and it wasn't as intense as Hurricane Harvey, but it still caused flooding and did some damage to some buildings, including the destruction of Bob Hall Pier. And even if a hurricane doesn't make direct landfall here, we can still feel the effects when there's a tropical storm or a hurricane in the Gulf. Things like higher tides, increased rainfall, and stronger winds. That's why it's really important to stay prepared during hurricane season so you know what to do if a storm heads our way. But on a positive note, Bob Hall Pier, which has been unusable for the last several years, is currently being reconstructed with completion expected by late 2025 or early 2026. While hurricanes are something to be aware of, they aren't as frequent as many assume. So staying informed and prepared is key to safely enjoying all that Corpus has to offer. One question I get asked a lot is, where is the best place to live in Corpus? Well, that really depends on your budget, your lifestyle, and what you're looking for in a neighborhood. Some people prefer to be closer to the beach. Others want to be near top-rated schools, or others want to have easy access to shopping and dining. Corpus has a mix of urban and suburban areas, as well as communities with new construction homes. Since what's best is different for everyone, I always recommend planning a trip here to Corpus to check out the different areas in person to see what fits your needs the best. That way you can get a feel for the location, the amenities here, and just the overall vibe to find what's going to work for you. And if you do plan a trip here and you want to check out some homes with me, then you're going to need to connect with a local lender here or provide proof of funds and have intent to purchase. Too often I have people reaching out wanting to tour homes while they're in town out of curiosity rather than serious interest. And that's just not the best use of my time. But anyway, let's talk about some of the top areas here in Corpus that tend to be popular among buyers. First is the South Side, which is a great option for those who want convenience. You got plenty of retail stores, grocery stores, restaurants, and entertainment all within easy reach. This area is constantly growing with new developments, which is a big draw for people moving here. Second, you have North Padre, which is perfect for anyone who wants to be closer to the beach and enjoy a more relaxed coastal lifestyle. Many of the neighborhoods here allow golf carts, making it easier to get around, and one of the biggest draws for North Padre is the canal front living, where homeowners have direct water access right from their backyard. And then lastly, there's Bay Area, which has a lot of potential, but most of the homes here are older, but you're gonna find a mix of styles. This area also has one of the public golf courses in town, along with plenty of restaurants and retail spots. Ultimately, the best place to live really comes down to what fits your needs and lifestyle, but these are just a few areas that many people consider when moving here to Corpus. Another question that I get, and I would say this is a pretty common question that I get too, is where are the safest parts of Corpus and where does the crime happen? Well, safety is a huge concern for a lot of people moving to a new city, and while no place is completely crime-free, some areas here in Corpus tend to have lower crime rates than others, and public crime data is available online through the Corpus Christi Police Department, which can really give you a better idea of the crime trends in different neighborhoods. But like any city, crime levels can vary from one area to the next, so it's always a good idea idea to do your own research and just visit in person to get the better feel for a neighborhood. But in general, areas like the South Side, North Padre Island, London, Cow Allen are considered some of the safer parts of Corpus, while neighborhoods closer to the city center tend to have higher crime rates. But crime can happen anywhere, so staying informed and taking basic precautions is always a good idea. One question I get a lot from families planning a move here is, what are the best schools and the school districts here in Corpus? Well, the answer really depends on what you're looking for in a school, whether that's academic performance, extracurricular activities, or smaller class sizes. Because Corpus has several public school districts, private schools, and charter schools to choose from. Some of the most highly rated schools are found in districts like Cow Allen ISD, London ISD, and Flower Bluff ISD, while charter schools like the School of Science and Technology offer specialized programs for students here. There's also private school options if you're looking for a different approach to education. And since this is a big topic, I actually have videos covering both the best public and private schools here in Corpus, as well as a breakdown of all the different school districts in the area. So if you're trying to figure out what is the best fit for your family, be sure to check out those two videos. Lastly, people ask me, where are people moving from? A lot of people moving to Corpus come from larger cities like Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, but the biggest influx is from out of state, especially from Florida, California, the Carolinas. Many are looking to escape the higher costs and the fast pace of those areas. And Corpus offers a more affordable coastal lifestyle without that hefty price tag. And the cost of living here is actually 15% below the national average, which means that your money goes a little bit further here, whether you're buying a home or you're just enjoying everyday life. Also, retirees are drawn to Corpus for its laid-back atmosphere, the access to the water, and the warm weather year-round. And for those who are relocating here for work, some job transfers bring people here, but most are moving by choice, whether it's to be closer to family or just enjoy the slower pace of life in this coastal lifestyle. Texas lacks a state income tax, which is another big factor that makes Corpus even more affordable compared to other coastal cities. So whether you're looking to retire, transfer for work, or just a change from the high costs and policies of larger cities, Corpus is a great option that gives you life by the water. So hopefully this video answered some of your biggest questions about moving here to Corpus Christi, but if there's something that I didn't cover that you had a question on, drop a comment below. I'm always happy to answer questions, and I might even include it in a future video. Also, if you're serious about moving to the area, be sure to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you make that smooth move here. Now, my contact information is in the description below for you. And lastly, consider hitting that subscribe button below. Give this video a like and tap that little notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any of the weekly videos that I put out about the area. Again, I'm Lezli Milner, and I'll see you in the next video.